What up? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing all this green today. Yo, what up? It's your boy Black with Black TV, where we give you reviews and hip-hop news. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Ricky Rozay. Rather you than me. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave in the comment section of what you think about this review. And hit a like. I'm very likable. So, let's go ahead and get started. This album right here sounds very, very great. This is a big step up from Rick Ross's last album, Black Market. I really didn't feel Black Market was a strong album, but listening to this project all day and last night, it's a good mix-up. With this album, you're gonna get a mixture of trap Rick Ross and classical rap Rick Ross. And what really surprised me about this album, he has a lot of great content on here. And usually Rick Ross don't really be on subject on certain songs like that Purple Lamborghini. Yeah, y'all remember that song? It sucked. But let me go ahead and talk about the cover. The cover is very, very dope. I mean, I like the little graffiti behind them and stuff like that. The crown cocked to the side. This cover was designed by this guy named Brainwash, like an artist or whatever, whatnot. And I can really tell it has nice detail and it's a nice little nod for the album. Well, what I like about this album is that he has a lot of nice production on here, and he's got a lot of material he's talking about on here. Like with the trap Rick Ross, he's gonna have songs like Trap, 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 She on My Dick, and Dead Presidents. And with the content on here, he's talking about numerous of things on here. Like with the song Scientology, he's comparing Scientology with the rap game to where it's like a cult or whatever, whatnot, that people get into and sell their soul just for fame and fortune, which really compares a lot to the rap game, because majority of artists signs this deal with major record labels and basically just signs their life over, and it takes hell and high water just to get out that deal. And I thought this song was really dope. And then like on Apple of My Eye, like a lot on this song right here is really talking about how what Meek Mill should have did with Nicki Minaj, and he basically was telling him he didn't really trust her or whatnot. And as a result of that, for a few weeks ago, you see how that went. And Rick Ross gives Meek Mill nice advice, apparently. Especially with Maybach Music 5. I really like how he switched it up on this certain song. Like the recent Maybach Music songs, like he had a lot of lyricism from other artists and himself behind a very luxurious beat. But with this Maybach Music 5 track right here, I see what he did with Loaf as far as like kind of a love relationship where Loaf tells how she feels about her man and what her man does for her, and vice versa with Rick Ross. I love that little spin on that song. And Maybach Music 5, a big step up from Maybach Music 4. Just saying. My favorite song on this album is number 3, Idols Become Rivals, featuring Chris Rock. Like, apparently, if you haven't heard by now, Idols Become Rivals, Rick Ross really went in on Birdman on this one. And the production on this song is very perfect for the situation he's talking about on here. If you haven't noticed, he has a sample from Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel's Daddy Where You Been, Daddy Where You Been, Birdman, Baby, Daddy, get it? But it's really not a diss. It's really like he's telling the truth about how Birdman treats people and how he does. Like, he basically tells him, when Turk was in jail, when BG was in jail, you haven't did shit for them, and when Turk came out, you basically fucked him. And look how you did Lil Wayne. You done cheated him out of millions and millions of dollars, and basically you're not doing shit for him. You wouldn't even let him release the Carter 5. Come on, man, we're waiting on the Carter 5. And what really surprised me about this song is that how he did DJ Khaled. Like, I was always wondering why DJ Khaled left Cash Money Records, and by Rick Ross telling about what was going on with that situation in that song, now I know who is they. Apparently Birdman and Slim. Well, what I disliked about this album is that I wish he didn't have too many features. Like, I understood why he put a lot of features on this album to balance out his sound and his mixture on this album, but I just wish that he didn't have a couple of people on this album. Like, I didn't really think that Young Thug was really necessary. I didn't think Future was necessary or Yo Gotti was necessary. But I will say this, Young Thug did spit something very, very flammable, and I give him that. I'm not even a Young Thug fan, but that verse Young Thug did on Trap, pretty awesome. But I didn't think it was necessary. Even though Chris Rock had me laughing about the whole O.J. Simpson joke in the album, I really think that he wasn't necessary either. I could see why I could see why Rick Ross put Chris Rock on the album for a comedic flair, but Chris Rock really was on the song for about 2 skits. One in the beginning of a song and one at the end of a song, but I didn't think it was really necessary. But hey, and it was a couple of songs that was very, very good, and they just really wasn't complete songs. I was just wishing they was complete songs, like Scientology and Powers That Be. I just wish those songs was like complete songs. Those were just tracks he just rapped off of, and I just really hate that. My least favorite song is number 6, She On My Dick, featuring Gucci Mane La Flare. Out of all these songs, Rick Ross had a lot of content. He was on the subject on every song except for this one. It seemed like Gucci Mane was on track. I mean, the chorus was talking about she on my dick, but Rick Ross was basically being braggadocious on the song. And if I had to pick a song I didn't like, it would be this one, She On My Dick. But let me go ahead and give Rather You Than Me a rating. I'm gonna give this album an 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's a big step up from Black Market and what Rick Ross has been doing for the past couple of months or whatnot. But I would say this is one of Rick Ross's best albums he ever put out. And I was really surprised that he really did a good job with the mixture of his trap and luxury sound, and I give him a thumbs up on that. But what do you think of Rick Ross's Rather You Than Me? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think Rick Ross is losing any weight even though he's been working out for years? Do you think this is a dope album? Do you think Rick Ross really handed to Birdman on Idols Become Rivals? Leave in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit a like, because I'm likable. And until next time on Black TV, I holla on Black TV. Oh!